Hey everybody, Randy with Rashley's Border Q. We're back with the Yoder YS640 that was just delivered today. We've already done a basic assembly. Took maybe 10 minutes at most. Very simple, straightforward. We've removed all of the grills, the heat deflector plate, the upper grill, all of that is out so that we can get some pellets in it, make sure that it starts properly the first time. I'm going to use the Barbecuer's Delight pellets that were shipped with the grill because that way if there's a warranty issue, a problem with the first burn, and they say, what kind of pellets were you using? I can say the ones that were shipped with the grill. Because I am a lumberjack dealer, I don't publicize that on my YouTube channel very much because that's not what my channel is about. It's not for advertising, but I primarily use lumberjack pellets. But we're going to use the Barbecue Delights for the burn-in and the first cook. Well, we'll probably use them till they're gone because no sense wasting pellets, and Barbecuer's Delight is a good pellet. So the hickory flavor is what I have. We're going to put enough in to do our burn-in. We're going to fire her up, run her at 350 for an hour or so to burn off any manufacturing oils or anything that might be in there and get it ready for our first cook. So let me get some pellets in there, then we'll go through the startup procedure and we'll burn this baby in. We'll be back. Yeah, let's get some pellets in there, about half a bag or so. It's about a half a bag. Looks like about a half a hopper. That'll be enough to get us started. I forgot to do the hard reset just to make sure that we've got a clean computer for our startup. While I'm waiting for that, right here in the lid, there's an internal temperature chart for meats. And let's see how it looks. Yeah, that's about the way I shoot for. It says 125 to 130 for rare on beef, medium rare 130 to 140. That's about right. Or at least, I'm not saying I'm an expert on it, but that's the way I cook it. Pork, medium 160, safe minimum 145. That's pretty cool. Brisket for slicing, 190 to 208 it says. I don't know if you'd slice at 208. It's going to be pretty tender at 208 usually. Then it says for minced, I assume it means also for shredded or pulled, 205 to 220. I've never cooked a brisket at 220, but maybe some of y'all have. You might comment in the comment section and let me know what you think about that. 220 on a brisket. It's going to be pretty dry, probably. Who knows? That's probably pretty close to 30 seconds. Let's plug it back in and let's get the test started. We're going to turn on the power. I'm going to put a palm full of pellets or so in the fire pot. Hit start. And we'll see how it goes. Let's get the heat deflector plate ready and just do a quick test fit. There's a defect already and I'm going to have to shut down. I hate to do this to you live on camera, Yoder, but there is an issue here. Let me see if I can get the camera in there and show you what happened. This is something I will be able to fix locally. Pretty dark in there. I don't know if this is going to show up or not. Looks like we're going to have enough light to do it. This bracket that holds the heat deflector has a little tab that sticks up through the heat deflector. The bracket itself, apparently the weight of everything against it, remember how tight it was when I was unpacking? Apparently something hit this and bent it down, and the bottom of this bracket is actually covering the auger tube so that once it started to load up with pellets, the pellets all jammed up in the auger and nothing will come out. And because of the angle it's bent down, the tab won't go up into the heat deflector to hold it in place. I'm going to try to just bend it back out into position and make sure that I get it pretty straight, but I will be writing Yoder about this one. I didn't care about the scuff on the back, but I believe this is unacceptable. Okay, I'm back. I was able to grab the bottom of this bracket and bend it back out so that this tab will go up into the heat deflector, and so that there's space for the pellets to come out of the auger. But I don't know if this is supposed to be vertical. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. This doesn't have a proper 90-degree bend to it anymore. I'm going to be asking Yoder to replace this bracket. I'll let you know how that goes. Hopefully it'll go well. I heard they have great customer service. Just to make sure that, or if they can confirm what configuration it's supposed to look like, just so I can make sure. But it's close enough to cook with and to burn. It's just when you pay $3,000 for a grill, you expect everything to be correct. Maybe they need to look at packaging the accessories somehow differently instead of putting them all inside the grill. Well, now I'm going to have to take the heat deflector out, remove some pellets from the fire pot, because we're going to have an incredible overshoot with that many pellets in there. Not a big deal. Let me just move them back over to the hopper. Now we've got about a handful in there again, where we should have started with. I'm going to pull the power cord. Probably won't do a full 30-second reset, but let's just start from fresh again. I'm not real upset, you guys. It's just a little disappointing to get a new toy, $3,000, and find something bent on the inside because all of the accessories are crammed inside. Maybe that's just me. Okay, it's feeding again. So I don't guess it got jammed up too tightly in the auger when that happened. The paint on the competition cart is extraordinary. Oh, they just did a beautiful job of painting the competition cart. There's not much orange peel to it. You can see just a little bit. Looks even like they may have put a coat of clear coat over the paint after they shot the silver on it. I opted for, of course, the black pit with a silver competition cart. It's more of a bronze gray, but it's nice. I like it. Absolutely love it. Beautiful craftsmanship other than the little problem we had here. The remainder of it's very nice. I can smell the pellets heating up. I can see a few wisps of smoke, so let's go ahead and drop this in there. Oh yes, much better. Now it just popped right onto that tab like it should. That tab slides up through that slot. It's not covered with foil because we're just doing the burn-in. After we finish the burn-in, I'll take it back out, cover it with foil to make the cleanup easy, then put it back in again. Let me get the grills in before it gets too hot in there. I don't think it'll get hot too quickly, but get them in nonetheless. Go ahead and slide the optional upper shelf in there. There we go. The upper shelf has a tab right here that slides under that angle so that when it's pulled out that far, it'll still support itself without dropping. And I see flames back here in the corner. So we have a start. Yeah, that's showing up. So it's actually started. I'm going to let it warm up just a little more and then shut the lid. The temperature indicator, you can see the 3 bars going from lower left to upper right indicating heat up mode. It's 113 degrees actual temperature. It's already changed from our set temperature of 350 to indicate the actual temperature from the probe inside the grill. All right, I think we're in full startup. Flames are going well, still feeding pellets. I think we can go ahead and shut the lid. Let her heat up and run through a burnout cycle. All right, y'all, I'm gonna shut it off and come back a little while later and take a look and see how everything's going. So we'll be back. Hey y'all, this is kind of cool. I just noticed this. The tool for the grill grates, these are designed to go in between the uprights. So it's a special spatula for, I don't know if it's showing up there, but it's, looks like it's laser engraved or something with Yoder smokers. So it's not just a standard grill grate spatula, it's a Yoder smoker's grill grate spatula. That's pretty cool. Just thought I'd show y'all that. Okay, we've reached set point. Actually, we're in a little overshoot. We're set for 350. We're already up to 380. The bars are going across horizontally, telling me that it's gone from heat up mode to maintenance mode. So I'm sure it'll stabilize back in a little while. I've got the damper all the way out and then slid back in about 5 inches. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to let it do its thing and kind of get stabilized for about 30 minutes. Then come back and take a look at it. But they say to give it 30 minutes to stabilize anyway, so we'll be back. I kind of had a thought as I was sitting there watching it heat up past 460 degrees on a 350 degree set. And if you remember, we put a big handful of pellets in the fire pot for the initial startup. So that's a lot more pellets than would be in the fire pot on a bare start. So if this was a secondary start, 3rd or 4th time we've used it, even the 2nd time, all of the pellets in the fire pot would be burnt out. So we're starting with a handful more pellets than we ever would. So overshoot's understandable. Right now it's in cool down mode, I think, because they're all going left to right diagonally in a downward motion. So let's just give it some more time, let it kind of get stabilized, and we'll be back. Hey everybody. She's kind of gone back into maintenance mode. It's in maintenance mode currently at 355. It's been varying between 351 and 355. Can't complain about that at all. The Traegers that I had, when they were supposed to be at a steady temperature, I would experience a 50 to 75 degree swing up and down. This thing is just sitting here idling along at approximately 350. It's up to 356 now, but I'm not going to nitpick over minor temperature variations. As long as it'll get somewhere in the ballpark, 10 or 15 degrees, and stay within that range. But for the Traeger, 75 degree swings I think is excessive. But that's just me. So pretty happy with the temperature showing 356 on the thermostat. We're at 300 on the left and 350 on the right. That's up here at the top of the lid. In a later video, I'll put some temperature probes across the grate, put my Tapacu in there, and we'll run 4 probes across there and see what kind of variation we have left to right. And of course we can play with a damper some also. Right now I just want to get this burn in done and get a feel for how everything's going to run. So far so good. I am hearing a weird buzzing sound coming out of the auger area. I don't know if pellets are getting hung up and that's the buzzing of the auger motor, or if it's just a fan vibration, not sure. I'm gonna make a video of that and send it to Yoder and see what they say. All right, but everything seems to be working correctly. I think both of the fans are working, because otherwise our temperature would be really weird across the pit. I think we'll call it that on this video, because you don't want to watch the cool down mode when we shut it down in a little while. Get this burn in out of the way, and we're gonna head out on vacation. So when I come back next week, look for a cook using the Yoder. Probably throw a brisket on there and give her a whirl. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you'll tune in next week to see us use the Yoder to cook some food instead of just burning pellets. Randy from Rashley's Border Q, y'all have a great weekend. We'll see y'all next week. Come on back, and if you like the video here, click like. We hope you'll subscribe, share, tell your friends, get them over here. We have a wonderful barbecue community. Check out all of the people that I'm subscribed to. They're all great people too. Can't name them all. Catch y'all next week. Bye.